Hey there, all you happy people. This is Sully with 5 freaking onion rings, and today I'm going to show you why you should never buy XFPower batteries, especially for micro quads. So this is the XFPower 850 milliamp hour from Bangood. I bought it for my 3-inch build, and I got to fly 5 packs before one of these puffed. One of the cells of this 4S pack puffed, and I mean, it puffed to the point I thought it was going to explode. It was horrible. The other issue I have with this is that it sags so badly, my beeper would go off after one punch out, one single punch out, and would cause my beeper to go off. If I kept flying, it would go into the extreme beep mode where you're in a lot of trouble. And yeah, so what I noticed was that my problem only deals with one of these cells, not all 4. And let's see if we can see this here. So I'm going to actually just remove the bad cell and turn this into a 3S. So that's my bad cell, 3.69. That earlier, right after the flight, was at 3.2. So it's recovered all the way to 3.69 from 3.2 after the flight. It was the only hot cell, and it was crappy. It just almost fell out of the air, 3.69. So it recovered 0.5 volts, just like that. Next cell should be 3.82, 83, 83, 82, yep, same, and same. So yeah, all 3 of these cells, totally fine, totally fine. This one cell is just bad. Now I don't know if I got a bad batch or what, but these came down at 3.79, they recovered to 3.83, that's totally normal. All 3 of these, they're also very close together. I balance charge every time, but for some reason I just have a bad cell. So I'm just going to remove that cell and turn this into a 3S battery. So this is just after I cut it off, battery pack off, battery label, holding, that thing. I also want to reiterate, I only flew this cell, this battery, 4 times, and I never let it get below 3.7875, somewhere like that, 3.75, something. I flew this one while I was trying to diagnose what's wrong with my 3-inch with the bobble, and I never flew it down to 2.8 or anything like that. It never fell out of the sky except for the one time whenever the one bad cell just dropped out, and that was the last time. So can continue disassembly. Alright, so one thing I've noticed with this, it wraps around. It has a wraparound reinforcement and it has a wrap over reinforcement. And I finally found the opening. So the one thing about Lipos is that you want to be careful when you disassemble, and that you really want to reuse as much as you can. Holy cow. And yeah, we'll see what this works out. Oh, I see, it caught it. So the good parts, they normally just peel apart pretty simply. They do have a lot of reinforcement on them, and we'll get this off just a sec. So the more I get into this, the more depressed I'm getting, because it was wrapped really well. It has foam protectors, insulator guides, tape, glue, goo, even aluminum shields to help. And this is still a crappy battery. I'm hoping that it was just this one experience, because dang, it costs more than the Zop battery, and my Zop battery, 100 milliamp hours smaller, is still running fine, even though I've abused the heck out of it. So they protected this one really well. I think I got a crappy cell. Okay, so the aluminum piece, it's glued on. It is attached to the good side, and this is my bad cell. This will be the one. All I'm going to do is desolder these 2, pull this one cell off, and should be good to go with the 3S pack. There's a lot of protection on these, by the way, and for some reason, One thing they did not do that every other maker I've ever seen does is they actually did not glue the cells together, so this should be very easy to take apart. It's not puffed at the moment, but you can actually tell where the foil has already been stretched. None of these others do this at all, even the last one. But this one cell, I almost want to charge it and overcharge it and just watch it burn, but that'll be for a later date. Fortunately, my bad cell is just a positive here, so all I'm going to do is move this back to here and remove this battery. That will do it. So easy enough, just melt. Holy cow. Whew. Yeah, don't splatter yourself. I can actually leave that on there. The good part's I just have to clip this. Word of advice, be careful when doing this. So I'm just going to reach in there and snip. Snip. There we go. So, battery's done. This one's out. I have enough to salvage if I want to short it and create a fire, which I probably will. There we are. Just adding some more solder in here so that I can put this right up in here. I'm down to 24 seconds. And we're done with 10 seconds left on my recording. Alright, so I have now depinned this last one. I would normally put on a 3S balance lead, finally, shoot, on this, except that my balancer right now doesn't care if it's 3, 2, 1, it does a check, so no matter which port you plug into, it's fine. I just can't use the char soon, which I couldn't use with this one anyway because it would overcharge it. And yeah, so let's see, should be 11 point something. 11.4849. All right. So while it did read 15.15 with that bad cell in it, it was horribly out of balance and just bad. So check each of these and then I'll button it back up. 82, 83, 82, 83. And there we go. So I'm just going to cover these up and wrap this back up, wrap it in some tape for protection, use the aluminum plate that it came with, tape, and yeah, that's it. And that's how you turn a 4S into a 3S, kick out your bad battery, and hopefully we'll run this through a few more times and see if it performs any better than it did as a 4S. I hate doing that because I paid for a 4S and I'm pissed about it because I got 4 flights out of it. I never over discharged it and it sucked. So hopefully with 3S I'll be able to get at least a little bit more out of it and I won't have wasted my money. But XFPower batteries, I cannot recommend them unless you just get a free sale or something great. And with that, if this helped you out in any way, how to salvage a battery pack and yeah, just avoid XF batteries. If this helped out in any way, give me a like and a thumbs up down below and I greatly appreciate it. And hope to see you next time. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. Stay freaking awesome.